One insider says the Brock Purdy contract could be done soon. There's just one fly in the ointment. Welcome to your daily 49ers update. Here's what's happening. Now that the Niners coaching staff is pretty much set, the next big item on the to-do list is Brock Purdy's contract. We got an update on where things stand from the Athletic's Dianna Russini on the Athletic Football Show podcast.
I think there are some concerns from some people that this isn't going to get done. And I don't know if that's because they're not sure what that number is going to be, or if they think that there's a problem, or perhaps maybe the 49ers want to flirt with Kirk Cousins. But from everything I know, both sides are very committed to getting this deal done. In fact, I think they're going to begin working on this very soon. This isn't something they're going to be pushing off, that we're going to be dealing with, or discussing during training camp. I think this is something that they're both in line with. Let's get the ball rolling on this and figure out, where are we going to land on a number? Is Brock Purdy going to reset the market is the question. Is that the number his agent's going to ask for? And is that going to be a number that the 49ers are going to be willing to pay? And I don't believe that that's the number at $62 million, well, let's just say for this example, or $65 million, they're going to want to do.
It's great that that work is going to begin very soon. It should, because that deal needs to get done before the start of free agency in the new league year. I don't necessarily love the Kirk Cousins part of that, but I digress. As always, the question is going to come down to money and whether Brock wants to reset the market. For what it's worth, Dianna says she doesn't think Purdy himself really cares about that.
I don't think Brock Purdy's sitting there going, I'm demanding and I want to be the highest paid quarterback. He's nothing. I think if Brock Purdy, if it was up to him, he'd probably make a little bit more than he is now, as long as he can drive his Toyota. I don't think this is the type of player that's in this to be the richest man in football. I think he just wants to be paid what he's worth and continue to try to improve and get them a Super Bowl.
I wish Dianna had said whether she was hearing that Brock doesn't care about that stuff from a source or whether she was just speculating based on what we've all observed from Brock Purdy, maybe behind the podium. Because if that's the case, I don't think that's a safe assumption. You can't judge someone based off of a press conference appearance and say, well, now I know how they're going to handle their business. Now, maybe she knows something I don't know. She didn't say, but let's take her at her word, right? Brock doesn't care about being the highest paid quarterback. All right, that sounds good. So then why should we worry about Purdy trying to reset the market?
Brock has a younger agent, a newer agent, so to speak. He's been doing it a while, but he doesn't have a lot of big name clients yet. And this would definitely be his biggest deal. So I wonder how that factors into it, right? Because you have professional gains here for him as an agent to try to get his client the most money he possibly can so he can continue to show other players around the league, like, look what I can do for you. How do you think Drew Rosenhaus started? So I'm interested to see how the negotiations will go, just knowing that that could be the advantage, depending on how you look at it, for the San Francisco 49ers.
Brock is represented by agent Kyle Strongen. He's been an agent since around 2012, but like Dianna said, this is going to be a contract unlike anything he has ever handled before. How much does his sort of desire for professional development affect the negotiations? Or will Brock Purdy say to him, dude, I don't care about that. You listen to me. You work for me. I don't care about setting the market. No one knows how that dynamic is going to play out. We are all going to find out together. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Wednesday, Super Bowl trivia. I love trivia. The Athletic has a 25-question Super Bowl quiz up on their website now. I did it. I got 21 out of 25. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. If you want to see if you can beat me, click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, the 49ers may have to worry about one more person leaving their front office because the Jacksonville Jaguars have requested to interview 49ers Director of Scouting and Football Operations, Josh Williams, for their general manager job. He went to Columbia. He's been with the organization for 14 years, and he's worked both the pro and college sides of the scouting department. One kind of surprising thing is that he's not exactly like the next guy up when you think of the 49ers front office and people you'd like to poach. He's actually behind Tariq Ahmad and RJ Gillen on the totem pole, but that's who the Jags want to talk to, so we'll see what happens. One thing you may have missed, a great little nugget from Josh Dubow of the Associated Press. If the Eagles lose the Super Bowl, Oren Burks will become the third player ever to lose back-to-back Super Bowls to the same team while they were playing on two different teams. Who were the other two? Well, Eugene Robinson lost Super Bowls 32 and 33 for the Packers and Falcons against the Broncos. And unfortunately for us, Javon Hargrave lost Super Bowls 57 and 58 for the Eagles and Niners against the Chiefs. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please leave us a 5-star rating and a review on Apple Pods. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Click the bell so you know when we're live, which is every single weekday and after all Niners breaking news. Enjoy your Wednesday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera.